Hi everyone, welcome back to the BMW i3 DIY channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. There's lots of content coming out on a weekly basis that I think will be very interesting for you to take a look at. Today I want to talk about fuel and fuel stabilizers, since people who have the Rex version of the i3 have to deal with this problem. The gasoline that you might want to use are premium gasoline grades, specifically Shell VPower Nitro. I found out was recommended by BMW for their engines, specifically the M-type engines. However, that's no reason why it couldn't be used in this particular model. One of the problems is old fuel in the Rex tank can be a big problem. If you look at some information online, this is the worst I could find, which is fuel turning into jello. But what can happen is ethanol fuels, which basically all fuels are ethanol based at this point in time, can separate out if they get too much water mixed into them, and that can definitely be a problem, both with causing engine issues and corrosion issues. Another reason why you want to use premium gas. Another concern that I have is I just had my car taken in for the pressure switch recall on the tanks, and what I noticed was that the pressure switch after the recall used to take about 5 to 15 seconds for the tank to release and open up, and now it happens almost immediately, which makes me wonder if they just software defeated the whole pressurization in the fuel. So people that have vehicles such as motorcycles or lawnmowers that have to be winterized to make it through a long period of time sitting idle typically use some type of fuel stabilizer. Stabil is one of the ones that's most recommended, at least in the crowd that I'm in, although there are other ones available. Stabil is supposed to be doing several things. One is to make sure that the fuel stays fresh for as long as possible. They say up to 24 months, and that could have a big benefit to keeping the gas stable. BMW also makes a Motorrad Advantec fuel additive that is very similar in corrosion prevention, keeping the fuel stable and keep it from deteriorating. So that's another option. I haven't tried it, but it may be something to try besides Stabil. Today we're going to put some gas in that car. Push the fuel button. And you'll see something like this show up. So when filling, make sure not to overfill, or you might affect the sensor. If your Rex is coated, the gas tank capacity is about 2.4 gallons. So based on the instructions, 1 ounce of Stabil is good for 2.5 gallons of gas. So just about what you need to add to your fuel tank. I also wanted to mention that the Rex engine will automatically run itself every 6 to 8 weeks in a maintenance cycle to warm up the engine and get rid of any accumulated moisture inside of the engine, and also just run and cycle the car to lubricate and to make sure all the functions of the Rex is working correctly. But beyond that, it's probably best not to let the fuel sit in the car for any longer than 6 to 12 months without being used, even with a stabilizer added, since it will degrade over time regardless. So I would recommend doing that as much as possible.